With a mission for healthy heroes, our goal is to talk alternatives, talk personal preference, talk about success. What works for you isn't always going to work for others. We ask you to join us if any of these sound familiar. Do you run activity programs? Activities like art therapy, music therapy, animal assisted therapy, outdoor adventure programs, sports and fitness programs, gardening, and horticulture programs. These programs have been proven to reduce stress and anxiety, boost mood and increase serotonin levels, improve social skills, and reduce feelings of isolation while enhancing self esteem and creativity. They also provide a healthy outlet for emotional expression. What about a structured or heavily regimented program? These programs are designed to provide clear framework and routines that help individuals develop skills and stability in their mental health journey. Cognitive behavioral therapy, residential treatment programs, support groups with scheduled meetings, vocational training, and rehabilitation programs, or day treatment programs with partial hospitalization programs. Encourage accountability and regular participation. Help individuals establish daily routines for stability. They provide peer support and they reduce isolation. They also build life skills for long term recovery while focusing on measurable progress. This next one comes with its fair share of controversy: safe, controlled psychedelic treatments. These treatments use psychedelic substances in a controlled environment under medical supervision to address mental health challenges. Psilocybin therapy, MDMA, ketamine therapy, LSD microdosing programs, in therapeutic or ceremonial settings. The benefits are vast, including allowing patients to process deep seated trauma. It improves emotional insight and understanding. It reduces symptoms of anxiety, depression, and PTSD. And it also promotes feelings of connection and empathy while catalyzing long lasting behavior and emotional change. Our final example for this video is mindfulness retreat programs. Mindfulness. With a mission for healthy heroes, our goal is to talk alternatives, talk personal preference, talk about success. What works for you isn't always going to work for others. We ask you to join us if any of these sound familiar. Do you run activity programs? Activities like art therapy, music therapy, animal assisted therapy, outdoor adventure programs, sports and fitness. With a mission for healthy heroes, our goal is to talk alternatives, talk personal preference, talk about success. What works for you isn't always going to work for others. We ask you to join us if any of these sound familiar. Do you run activity programs? Activities like art therapy, music therapy, animal assisted therapy, outdoor adventure programs, sports and fitness programs, gardening, and horticulture programs. These programs have been proven to reduce stress and anxiety, boost mood and increase serotonin levels, improve social skills, and reduce feelings of isolation while enhancing self esteem and creativity. They also provide a
Hello, world. My name is Z, or you can call me Mr. Z. I am a web developer, and I am also a consultant at Z World Webs. My one goal is to develop custom websites that are specifically catered to your organization's needs. I completely understand that building a website is an exhilarating, exciting, and significant step in connecting with your audience. Your organization has the potential to make a meaningful impact, whether it's supporting animal rights, advocating for equality, combating human trafficking, or honoring the brave individuals who have served our country. Your mission is too important to be held back by the challenges a website can present. And I am here to ensure that your website works for you, not against you. Whether it's maintaining, developing, or redeveloping a custom website that is specifically catered to your needs. And with that being said, I would be more than delighted to learn more about your organization and, of course, develop a website Z World is waiting for.
Introducing Shop, Click, and Pick, the simplest way to support those doing good in communities everywhere. We understand that shopping is a necessity, but with a slight adjustment, you can make a huge difference without spending any extra money. Here's how it works. Please visit communitypayitforward.us and navigate to the Find Your Partners tab. Discover our verified giving partners, which are trusted allies ready to meet your needs. Shop with any of the partners that resonate with you. Click a picture of the receipt or invoice, then pick the mission partner you wish to support and use their QR code to send the receipt directly to us. After that, all you have to do is sit back and enjoy your purchases, knowing that you've made a meaningful change for someone in need. Community Pay It Forward amplifies your business's impact by sharing the story of those who require your services, rallying support for those who need us all. Because no one needs to go it alone when we all come together.
Born into a real fight wasn't right. Where can she dream here? Took a hold of her life, left at night, stepping out of her fear.
Great Wednesday to everyone out there. How are you doing? My name is Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channels. And we are, in essence, we're here. Okay. There's no more we're about here. It is just a matter of hours before we start the mission for Healthy Heroes for 2025. I'm getting excited. Getting nervous because 22 hours is a long time, but the really cool thing is this year we've got a lot of partners who are taking over for a little bit, so it's not just me. You don't have to just put up with me. We just received from across the pond with our friends from Things Network, a lady that I've never even met. I haven't had a chance to meet her yet, but she found out what we were doing and she got with one of the people that she knows. And for those of you who do not know, Things Network is a paranormal channel. My wife is so involved with the paranormal. It's got me involved with the paranormal. And just a great group of people. But the thing about the paranormal and the thing about the Things Network is as soon as I met Jeremy, the founder, he instantly made me feel at home. He instantly, when I told him about the 22-hour podcast, he was like, use my stuff. Use what we do. There was never any hesitation. There was never anything like that. It was What can we do here? Here are the keys. Take it and run. And I did. And I want to publicly say, Jeremy, thank you, brother. Thank you for everything that you've done for us. This is our 4th year doing this, and for all 4 years, we've been on simulcast on Things Network. Some of the greatest stories have been from Things Network hosts or guests or from the Things Network family. Some of the coolest stories, some of the funniest stories, some of the stories that made me want to rip my damn heart out have been from the Things Network family. And we are, again, just thrilled that we are going to have them on board. They are going to be taking over some of the shows for a couple hours, giving me a little bit of a break, but also for your benefit as well. Because look, let's be honest here. Nobody wants to look at this 22 hours a day. I do it a lot, but I would go insane if I was looking at this face 22 hours a day. Okay. There's the great thing about it is I can take and turn my screen off so I can't see it. But, you know, but like I said, one of the things that you're going to see very first thing from over in the UK, NNW Multiverse Network Special. She heard what we were doing about veterans and first responders and our heroes. And she was like, "Can I do something?" She asked Adrian, and Adrian was, "Well, I don't know. Let me talk to Zach." And I was like, "Yes. This isn't my show, folks. It's not. I'm not the only one who cares about this. You care about this. That's the reason why we're able to continue to do this." More to the point, we're starting here. We have a long way to go. We've got to get a lot more done as a group. And if we continue to stick together, if we continue to work together, we're going to get more stuff done. Do you have any doubts? I don't. We're reaching out to some wonderful, wonderful people. VetNet Vet Network Biz is a brand new sponsor of this promotion. I unfortunately don't have their logo yet, or their logo would be up all over this place. But starting tomorrow, that logo is going to be everywhere on this channel for the next, well, I don't care, for the next year. If you want to put your business behind what we're doing, behind providing answers to those who are out there who need to hear our answers, I'll gladly put your logo up with us. Scan this QR code and say, "You know what, Zach, I don't have much, but here's $50. Boom. I'll put your logo up. Okay. I'll bring you on. So even if all you want to say is, thank you for what you do. They give up a portion of their life to make sure that our lives are better. Why are we doing this? I would do like the little dream sequence or whatever, but I'm not going to, pay for it one. And, I almost feel like doing the Wayne's World thing. Wow, that's really dating myself there. But remember back to some time in your life when something was a struggle for you. It was Maybe it was a small struggle. Maybe it was a severe struggle for you, but you kept quiet because you didn't know how other people were going to react. Yeah, I struggle with this, but they're going to think it's silly. They're going to think it's nothing. Yet it was something that you struggled with. I'm going to ask you a simple question. What did you do at that moment? How did you get past? Are you still struggling with it? Because it very easily could still be something that you're struggling with. I promise you this. If you want to come on to the show on Saturday and you want to talk about it, there will be no judgment. I don't care if your struggle is you don't know, it drives you crazy that you can't figure out which one is better, vanilla or chocolate ice. And I only say that because I live with that pain. So I just eat both of them. Hell, I used AI and I created the ice cream, the chocolate ice cream donut. That thing still looks so good. And Z keeps telling me, bringing it up all the time, and then I see it on the website, and I'm like, oh God, I've got to get that created. So there's no judgment. Because if it's a struggle for you, if it's a real struggle for you, look, this isn't something that we want you to come on and we want you to talk about and go, well, I struggle because New Jersey lost to the Rangers the last time they played. Yeah, I struggled for a couple hours. I was pissed. But that's a sport. We're talking about stuff that's real. Maybe you struggle because your neighbor's cat reminds you of a cat that you lost. As odd as that may sound, that is a real struggle for some people. That's a loss. That's something to someone. It doesn't matter if it sounds ridiculous to you or me or even your neighbor. If it's a struggle that you're going through, let's talk about it. And let's talk about it not for the point of going, look at this wackadoo struggling with a cat. Let's talk about it because maybe someone else in our audience was struggling at one point in time because they were in a similar situation. There is no comparison here. We're not going to put your pain, we're not going to put your pain as a lesser pain than someone else's because it's not. Your pain is real. And we don't want to discount you. We don't want to walk away. We don't want anybody to sit there and feel alone. There are enough of us that somebody in this wonderful, wonderful world of ours has dealt with the same things you've dealt with, that you're dealing with. And you've dealt with something that someone right now is suffering with. And that is so important because they could be sitting there banging their head against a wall, about ready to give up everything. And you may have the key to unlock their misery, to release their misery, to get rid of the pain, to get rid of that anxiety. You may have that key. And it may be something that you couldn't understand how easy it is. I've always said this. It could be something as easy as the way that you say the word hope that's going to click in their mind, and they're going to go, oh my God, that's it. I've said it 100,000 times. But the way that you said it, the way that you put it into context, the way that you did this, the way that you did that, it made sense. You never know. You can never know what is going to get someone else's attention. You just can't. And that's the reason why we should never shut up. Let's keep talking. Yeah, I know. There's some of you out there going, God, would this guy just shut up and get on with the show? Well, I hate to tell you, this is part of the show. I have spent a good portion of today putting this together. This is our topic lineup. Just because you see all 22 hours filled out here does not mean that we don't have room for you. And what did I do there? I messed things up. So let me try this again. Add to scene. Thank you. We're going to be starting the show at 4 a.m. East, 3 Central, 2 Mountain, and which means 1 Pacific. Okay. So 4 Eastern, 3 Central, 2 Mountain, 1 Pacific. And we're going to start the show with an introduction, what our goals are, and a little bit about our history. We're going to talk about some of the things that we've done, some of the things that we want to do, and we're going to start building right that moment from, and I'm just going to use Eastern time, okay, from 4 a.m. We are going to start building the 5th. We're going to start building it right away because we need to do that. If the last 2 months have taught me anything, we have no idea what's going to be coming up. I fell way behind because I lost one of the most important people in my life. I fell way behind because I wasn't feeling well. So we're going to work together and we're going to start building next year's show. Once again, we're just doing this in Eastern time zones, Eastern time. So please follow along with Eastern. So that means 5 a.m. East. We are going to get we're going to get an idea of what they're thinking across the pond with the NNW Multiverse Network Special, which is about 22 hours of veteran podcasting, veteran suicide awareness. So we're really, really excited about that. Next, we're going to be talking to a really, really good friend of mine. I've met her on a one-to-one, on a one-on-one at one point in time, and we're hoping to get more people involved in this. But we want to talk about the power of appreciation. The power of appreciating people is so important. And you know what? That is going to be so relevant I think it's like 2 hours later. Let me see here. Yes, just 2 hours later. When what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing the recording of Bart with Veterans Honoring Veterans, paying tribute to my Uncle Barry. My heart's palpitating right now. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to talk right now because I'm getting emotional about that. But the power of appreciation, if you have something, if you know someone who needs to be appreciated, who likes to appreciate other people, who understands what we're saying, if that's you, scan the QR code and join us. Once again, that's happening at 6 a.m. East. Okay? So 6 a.m. East, the power of appreciation. At 7, hour 4, we're going to replay the family networking segment, which we're going to watch later on tonight. For those of you who have not been part of it, I encourage you to join us. We're going to be doing networking a little bit different. And we're going to be doing networking a little bit the same. All networking is a little bit the same, a little bit different, here or there. But here's the thing. One of the things that we're really putting a focus on is what can you do for someone else and what can someone else do for you? Because we all want to make sure that we've got people out there watching our. So you'll be seeing that a little bit later on in this show, and then we're going to be replaying it again on the 22nd, again, 7 a.m. East. Then my brother, my partner, the man with a plan, the person who is keeping us going, Jeremy, is going to be talking with Scott and Tim, two regulars on the Things Network, and they're going to be talking about some of the problems those two individuals have had with the VA. Okay. I would like to ask you if you have answers from the VA, please join them and talk about what we need to do. What can we as civilians, what can we do to change it? What can you and I do as civilians to change what's going on with the VA? Coming up in the 8th hour, we're going to be talking to J.R. Smith, the founder of the Veterans Ranch. We're also going to be talking to other people about animal therapy, how animals are so important when it comes to the way that we are as people, how they can feed off the way we feel and they can make us feel better. Y'all see my dogs every damn show. You see that they're in here. You see that they bug me. You see that they get in my way. But the thing about it is that my life would suck without those animals. They mean so much to me. Hell, I lost 2 fish the other day and I about lost it. Okay? Fish die easy. Then we have a block of guest segments that are going to last for about an hour and a half before my beautiful bride and her best friend, Jan, come on to the show because Jan is a veteran wife. Very different perspective. For all of you who are out there who are the homemakers while someone else is serving this country, or maybe the mothers or the fathers, somebody who's not in service of the country directly, but you're in service of the country indirectly, because without you, this person wouldn't be able to do what they are going to do. I actually just thought of this, and I'm going to show something during that segment that we found that they gave to my grandmother during World War II. Or I believe it was after World War II, but they gave my grandmother one of the coolest things I have ever seen, and it's right behind me, and nobody is ever going to see that again because I am going to hoard it, I am going to frame it, and it's going up in this house. So Adrian and Jan are going to take over for a little bit. Then we're going to be talking about vets with differing disabilities, because we've got John Lee from Differently Abled Entertainment who's going to be joining us, and she's going to be talking about some of the things that they do. She's an actress. She's a mission partner. She does so many different things, and she really wants to make sure that, you know what, the best way to portray the way you feel is for you to portray the way you feel. Don't let somebody else do it. You do it. You get out there. You be the part. So she's sticking up for people who can take these jobs, that should get these jobs, the ones who are actually feeling this. Later on in the hour, we're going to be talking with another guest who's going to be talking about natural health alternatives. Then after that, you have my man Les, and he's going to be bringing on J.W. Wilson, and we're going to be talking about learning. We're going to be talking about how there are better ways to learn. There's a better way to, maybe you've got an injury that makes learning a little more difficult. This goes back to getting your brain into basics, reteaching your brain how to think about things and remember things. Deeper than think, more about remembering things. So we're going to be spending an hour with Les and J.W. Wilson. I love both of those guys. I am really really looking forward to that. So then, brand new to the family, brand new to the event. Just talked to him this morning. We talked for about 20 minutes, and I swear to God, we fixed the world. It was kind of funny. Okay. We're going to be talking to Thomas Long of Veterans Biz Connect, brand new organization of veteran business owners and organizations that are focused on veteran businesses. Veteran businesses deserve to not struggle, like all businesses. No business deserves to struggle. But you know what? If you put your life, if you signed that open-ended check, if you said those words, if you gave that pledge, then we need to make sure that we're doing everything we can to give you that advantage, because damn it, you did something for us. Again, this is going to be about veteran and hero businesses. So we want to welcome Thomas Long to the program. I want to thank Thomas Long to the program. When he told me to get the sponsorship, I started shaking because it meant that much to me. Trying to get this is a passion for me. Starting the 15th hour, we've got Head Injury Awareness Month, which happens next month. Head Injury Awareness Month, I am telling you from experience. There are a lot of times when you cannot piece tying your shoes together. A lot of times the PTSD and everything that they go through, everything that you go through in life, that PTSD, the pain, it's a different world. It is a completely different world. So 15th hour, we've got that, and we've got hyperbaric treatments. I know that there's this new hyperbaric, these new hyperbaric treatments that, look, people are swearing by. Yeah, I mean, hell, you look at it, all the rich people are getting them in their homes. So after that, we're going to talk about natural lifestyles. Then we're going to be talking about herbal and natural, continued natural lifestyles, but natural healing, I'm sorry, I lost the word, but nature treatments, things that God put on this earth that people are being able to use and have real benefits. Things like hemp, things like uh, all kinds of things. Let's just leave it there. Okay, you know where I'm going with this, so we'll just leave it there. After that, we are going to get into the other things, the psilocybin and the ketamine treatments, transcranial treatments. And then we're getting into the 20th hour where we start recapping and replaying some of the segments from the day and talking about it, remembering and answering any questions. We're hoping to get people to answer any questions on that day. And then we'll spend the last hour and we will just do a complete and total recap and thank everyone and hope that you will join us in making that final hour powerful. So again, that looks like there's a lot going on. It's because there's a lot going on, but there are a lot of open space. This QR code is your way to get involved in the show. Get your time. Get it up, folks. Let's do this. Let's get this done. Let's get your voice heard. You need to be heard. And even more importantly, you need to be heard. No matter if you don't think you do, there are people out there who need to hear what you have to say. We've all been through things where we just wish somebody could have stood up and said, I got you. We've all been through things where we've sat there and we've said, I'm going through this and damn it, I wish I could tell somebody so they could gotcha. Let's work on this. Scan the QR code and join us. When you scan the QR code, look who's here. When you scan the QR code, you're going to have the booklet, all the information about the program, and then it's going to go down a little bit and it'll say pick your time. And that right there is where it'll go to the calendar. You pick your segment. Each segment is listed as 15 minutes. I'm going to say this because it has to be said. If we are done talking in 15 minutes, you're done. If we are not, we will keep talking. We may have another guest joining us. But the truth is that nobody's going to walk out of here. My hope is that nobody's going to walk out of here with something to say that could change someone's life. I'm hoping that we can all focus on what we need to do to make lives better. We need you. So please join us. Hello, everyone. My name is Zach Clayton, and I need your help for an upcoming event called Mission for Healthy Heroes. This fourth year of our 22-hour podcast is happening on February 22nd, 2025, and is dedicated to tackling one of the most pressing issues facing our critical country and community heroes today: suicide prevention and mental health. We're bringing together experts, advocates, and individuals who live with experience to have an honest and impactful conversation about challenges our heroes face and how we as a community can help. For our communities, these tragedies often stem from complex factors like mental health challenges, including PTSD, depression, and substance abuse, family strain, and feelings of isolation when transitioning to civilian life, career stressors like financial instability or workplace difficulties, easy access to firearms during moments of crisis, and systemic barriers like the stigma around asking for help and gaps in support systems. This is a problem that needs us all, professionals, advocates, families, and communities working together to find solutions. That's why I'm reaching out to you. We're looking for guest speakers to join this important conversation. Whether you're a mental health professional who works with our heroes, family members or spouses who understand the challenges of this complex family lifestyle, advocates or nonprofit leaders supporting our heroes, researchers or policy experts working on systemic solutions, or a survivor who can share your personal story. We need to hear from you. Your voice and expertise could save lives by helping us shed the light on these issues and explore meaningful solutions. If you are interested in participating, know someone who should be part of this discussion, please reach out to me directly. You can use the information found right below me or by scanning this QR code. You can sponsor, you can volunteer, you can speak, and you can save lives. Because together we can create a powerful conversation that drives awareness and action. Let's honor our heroes by supporting them when they need us the most. Thank you for watching this short video, and thank you for caring about our hero community. Let's work together to make a real difference. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you. Again, scan the QR code or use the information below, and let's make action count. Let's make action count. I really like that. Okay. Any of you who know what Community Pay Up Forward is about, please tell a friend. Those of you who do not know what it's about, please call, email me. Let us tell you what this is about, because we're doing something very, very special. We've got wonderful businesses around the country, around the world, who are working with us. I've got to remember that this microphone's there and I don't need to hit it. But we've got partners across the world who are working with us. And part of their mission is simple. They want the sales that they make to go towards something that is so much bigger than they are. We need your help to do this. We have a lot of things that we are looking to do in the very near future. Everything that going from Pub Club to Community Dare to Care to Community Pay Up Forward. There is so much going on. There is so much coming up. We have got an app that is going to be released this year. I'm getting beyond excited for that. So there is so much going on. There's so much coming up. But right now, we need your help. Help us to grow our business and be what we can be. Imagine a world where small acts of kindness create a ripple effect of support. A world where financial struggles never stand in the way of hope. That's the vision behind Community Pay It Forward. After a life-changing motorcycle accident, I saw firsthand the devastating impact unexpected financial hardships can have on families. That's why I started Community Pay It Forward, to ensure that no one faces these challenges alone. Community Pay It Forward is more than just a single program. Through community impact and PACT podcasting, people all coming together, We amplify the voices of those making a difference. And with Community Dare to Care, we provide essential goods like clothing, food, and school supplies to those who need it most, to the community, from the community, for the betterment of the community. With Community Pay It Forward, we support families, children, veterans, community projects, no matter where they are. We are not just providing assistance, but hope for a brighter future, not just for people in need, but for businesses that are out there struggling, trying to find a way. We have a plan, but we need your help to reach the next level. We're launching a crowdfunding campaign to raise $500,000. This will allow us to market the Community Pay It Forward program more effectively and to acquire a vehicle for delivering essential goods to families in need in our community and enhance and strengthen our programs to serve even more people. And as a thank you for your generosity, we're offering special incentives for your contribution. As we tell people all the time, your donation, big or small, will help. It'll create lasting impact on our community. Join us in building a future where generosity and compassion lead the way. Visit our website today, communitypayitforward.us, or scan the QR code above and donate today. Together, we can pay it forward because no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. One of the things that we started doing that we're extremely proud about is our family networking. Our family networking is very, very simple. We want to do networking a little bit different. We want to make sure that we're including people who are out there who are hiring. We also want to make sure that we're talking to people who are looking for jobs. We want to make sure that we connect people in the business world with people in the nonprofit world. Again, that whole thing, never shut up. There's someone who needs us and needs to hear what we're saying. The other thing that we're doing with our networking group is we're going to play it here on the Wednesday night PAC channel. It only happens once a month. It happens the second Thursday of every month. God, I forgot what day it was. It happens the second Thursday of every month. And we invite you to come and join us. But we want you to make sure that you get your word out. And the greatest thing about it is there is no cost. Okay? It might cost you $5, but that $5 is if you want to donate to a cause, because at the end of the show, or at the end of the event, we take and we add all the names into our wheel of giving, spin that wheel, and wherever it lands, they get the pot of money. So only one person or only one organization gets that pot of money. But you know what? This could be an organization that, hey, for $5, why not? Maybe we can throw $15, which is what we had this week. Throw $15 at an event. And we were lucky enough to where, guess what? It landed on us. But that's the only thing it's going to cost. Other than that, it's going to cost you anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half of your time to come in and talk to us. And again, it's absolutely free. And so far, it's been a hell of a lot of fun. Family networking going on. This happens the second Thursday of every month, and our goal is to try to find ways to help people. Okay. And talk to each and every person, get to learn each other, learn about each other, and offer stuff to individuals who are out there. We invite you to join us if you are a professional, if you run a business, if you run a nonprofit, if you're looking for employment, or if you're hiring. We're asking you to come and join us to make a difference in someone's life, because our thoughts are you should never shut up because someone needs to hear what you have to say. We have a couple new guests today. Well, we have one new guest right now, and she has a wonderful program. And Haley, we're going to give you 2 minutes to please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and we're going to go from there.
Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me in this time and space. I'm Halle, pronounced like hallelujah. So it's Halle. Thank you for the
Say it,
introduction.
hallelujah.
Right. That makes it easy for people to remember when you say Halle, like hallelujah. So yes, I'm a health span coach. What that means, a lot of people ask me, what's a health span? Well, there's a difference between a health span and a lifespan. With health span, you add quality to the number of years you have in your life. But a lifespan is just the number of years where you can be dragging dragging through your day, be in diapers and walkers in pain, popping up medication, or may just pick up stimulants. And think it's okay to just get it if you're aching or have a headache, you think it's okay. I like usually guiding a lot of high performers because I was one, I worked in the corporate world as a paralegal, legal secretary, and executive assistant. And because of that, I know that we go like full blast, burning the candle at both ends. And then when it's time for our family, friends, or for ourselves, we're burned out. So I'm here to guide and make it simple and easy with simple action steps, like guides that have a guideline that's one page with five things on it. Let's say for flu, what you can do so you don't get the flu or the cold. For morning action plan, 5 things you can do to get up with that energy, that zest of a 4-year-old, or an evening action plan where you can wake up, energize and sleep peacefully and deeply. So I make it simple and easy with my guidance, and I'm here for you as an accountability, as your friend, as a guide to get out of that confusion, to make it crystal clear for you. Thank you.
Well, thank you so very much, and welcome to the program. Another newbie has just joined us, one of my dearest friends, Sabrina. How are you? Look at this. We've got someone in a cave, someone in a plane, and the rest of us are kind of in office areas, right? So I think the rest of us need to step up our game a little bit. But yeah, Sabrina, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everyone. Hey, Mr. Zach. He's actually my brother. So I just missed my brother. Hi, Ella. How are you doing? I'm Sabrina, known as the Lifestyle Promoter. We help you look good and feel great as you explore the world. And Zach sent me a note and said, come network with us. And I'm like, okay. So I'm here to learn how we can support you, how we can help, and collaborate.
That's fantastic. I'm glad to have you here. Sabrina has also co-written a couple books that she has done some donations. We've had artwork that we've been able to donate out to people as well. So she's actually got some artwork that are hanging in people's homes when they move out of like abusive relationships. We give them this artwork, and then that way they have something of their own. And it's really important to me to make sure that they understand that, what, someone in the community actually cares about them, and it gives them something to hang on their wall other than, just like a schedule or something. So, or Yeah, but it's wonderful artwork, and Sabrina, I greatly appreciate it. Terry is brand new as well, but I do want to share this with you. We are going to be doing this. I don't know if we're going to do it today. It's kind of up to you guys, but we have this wonderful little wheel here. And the way that we do this on the family networking is it's your choice. If you would like to take and donate $5, you can put the name of a nonprofit that you support in the pot, and at the end of the show, at the end of the event, we will spin the wheel, and wherever it lands, whoever is donated, the money will go to that organization. This is just a way for us to make an impact in the community and introduce all of us to people, to what people are really passionate about. I have put in my $5 for the Mission for Healthy Heroes, our 22-hour podcast, which is coming up next Saturday. So right now, I'm the only one on here. That's not trying to guilt anybody else into doing it, but Z's going to put the link that you can just go to. Right now, I just ask you to use either PayPal or Venmo to send $5 if you'd like to do that. But then you give us the name of your organization. We'll put that in there, and hopefully your organization will win, or hopefully my organization will win, because we need the money too. So, but Terry, you are brand new to our group. Thank you for joining us, Miss Blue Jeans and Berries. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, Zach, and I apologize for being late. I had you on my calendar, but then I didn't have the Zoom link, so that was a little difficult. Hello, everybody. I know some of you on this already, so that's kind of cool. I'm Terry Thompson. I'm a holistic health and nutrition coach here to help keep people happy and healthy.
Well, thank you very much. Terry is also, along with Holly, Santa, and Mr. Z, they are all part of the Community Pay It Forward program as well. So anytime that you make a purchase with them, they give back to a cause. So that's just something that I really like to promote, because, well, it's part of what we do. So, Holly, I love seeing you twice in one day.
I know you do. And look, I'm wearing the same pajamas that I was wearing this morning.
You know what? To
Isn't
be
that
honest with you,
beautiful?
I'm wearing the same clothes too, but I'm in my basement office and it is cold as hell down here, so I throw on my sweatshirt.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we live in Colorado. It's cold.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
always cold. Okay, I'm just introducing myself, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Holly Miller. I am a certified Reset It specialist. I help people recognize the subconscious programming that does not belong to them. And I use neuroscience and quantum physics to help people learn to listen to their body, to understand what belongs to their body and what doesn't. I help teach them how to just believe in what their body tells them. And then I teach them a very simple step in how to reset that, so that they're no longer sitting in the programs from society, the programs from their parents, the programs from their past trauma, the programs from their third grade teacher. In essence, I help people get back to who they really, really are. If you can think back to when you were 3 and 4 years old, when you didn't care if your hair was a mess or your socks were mismatched, or, if your best friend was the kid that you just met 30 seconds ago on the playground. It's all about becoming back to who we are without all of the noise and the BS that society and everything else tells you you're supposed to be. And I can totally resonate with everything that everybody else has talked about today. I'm all about that health span, and I still teach natural health and wellness, so that's part of what I do too. But my passion right now really lies in helping people heal. And my biggest audience is women that have had sexual abuse. And so I really love to work one-on-one with women with sexual trauma. And so if you know know anybody, or if you have spinning, recurring thoughts going on in your brain that you know your body's telling you it doesn't belong to you, reach out. Let's see if I can help teach you how to do that.
And it is a wonderful program. I've taken part in the program myself, and it's very easy, very clear, and it doesn't take a lot of time, does it, Holly?
No, it's 2 90-minute sessions.
Yep.
I used to have a 3-month, 12-week coaching program, and this has completely replaced it, and it works a lot better and it's faster. And I'm not putting my programs of my BS onto my clients.
Yep. Well, I know, like I said, I've taken it, I've done it, and I thought it was fantastic. And Terry, who would you like donated to?
I think we'll do the Lori Landine Foundation today.
All right. So Terry has donated $5. $5. I speak for a living. And for Lori
Well, you
Landine.
pretend
So,
hard anyway.
yeah. So Santa, tell us about you and tell us about how you can become Santa approved.
Well, folks, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. It's a little chilly in Minnesota, but that's what Minnesota is all about, you know. So, hey, like Zach said, I have many different programs, but I had a good session with someone this afternoon, and I said, I do a daily video every day, not to sell, but to promote happiness, to promote positivity, to promote. Yeah, I'm like Dak. My name's Dak, and I'm just learning to speak today. Um, you know, Creating positive, think positive. The world's an ugly place out there, and we need more happiness. We need more joyfulness. So I do a video every day, and they said, "Well, why do you do that?" It's because the world bombards us with ugly thoughts, way too much. So, that's one of the things I do, but I create happy, joyful, positive videos for families and businesses. And one of the things I do, and Zach uh, got one of these at Christmas time, I create custom stories for families. Now, can you imagine all the kids gathered around, the grandchildren gathered around, and I'm reading a story to the family, and I say their names in the story that I'm reading. Talk about creating a wonderful memory, not only for the kids, but for the families. So, yes, I've got a lot of different things. And yes, Zach is Santa approved. It's an interesting program that started out as a giggle and a joke, but I've filed to the government to get that trademarked, and I've got that well underway. And I believe I got a letter that said I got it. So I'm excited about that. But I'm creating a whole new networking area, a workshop of people that believe in Christmas, believe in Santa, that want to believe in happy thoughts and positive thoughts by being Santa approved. Now, it's not going to break your bank, and we're going to have fun with it. And of course, there's some simple questions that, we had to eliminate, like the lawyers. Yeah, we don't want lawyers, but we want happy people, positive people to be involved, and we're having fun with it. So, you want to chat about it, you want to learn more about it, hit me, give me a message, and I'll be more than happy to chat with you about it. So there you go, Zach. Back to you. Oh, and Holly, I sort of was giggling when you were explaining way back when we were younger. That would say like when Zach had hair and I had hair, sort of thing. Had to throw that in.
Here we go with the bald man jokes. This is
Hey,
great.
I'm
Yeah.
there too, but
Look, I just no longer have a 4 head. I have an 8 head. All right.
there you go.
So, but by the way, you can find Papa Santa John, his information, or most of our information. If you go to that Our Family Business circle, you go to that document that's in the chat, and you can find the information for everyone that's in there. If you want to become an editor of that, you can just place your own information. If anything ever changes, you can change your own information. This is a place where we don't have to take and we don't have to blast up the chat. Okay, you can put your full sales pitch in there, and that way people can really get to know who you are. Let them know everything about you. Put all of your social media links in there. Make sure that people can get a hold of you. I wanted to do that instead of us just putting the small blurb that might tell somebody something about you. I like telling everything about you, so I wanted to do it that way, make it a
We don't
little
have
bit
that much
different.
time.
So, Holly, who did you want to donate to?
I had to find that button.
Mm.
I want to donate to Healing Hands Foundation.
Okay.
And
So,
I filled out that form that Mr. Z popped up there. So
okay, yeah, that's fine. I can't see it right now. So, but
yeah,
Healing Hands.
yeah.
So we've got 3 organizations right now. So, Mr. Z, it
Wow,
is
thank you.
you, mon ami.
Wow, I thought the spare would go next, but thank you, Zach, and for everyone for having me here. Hello, world. My name is Z, or you can call me Mr. Z. I am a web developer, and I am also a consultant from Z World Webs. I currently have a program for nonprofits called Z World Cares. And again, that's Z World Cares, where it allows nonprofits to accept donations, share their success stories, and of course, show Z World that you care. If you'd like to learn more, please visit www.zworldcares.org. Back to you, man, brother,
All
man.
right. Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
one of the things that we are doing is if when you become a mission partner with Community Pay It Forward, you're also going to be added to Z World Cares. So this is just, trying to help spread the words of nonprofits, because we all know every single one of us has dealt with a nonprofit that we wish would have more vision, more eyes on them, and that's really what we're all trying to do here. So, my name
Thank
is
you.
Zach, and I do just want to talk to you all about next Saturday. Next Saturday, I have my 4th annual 22-hour podcast on veteran and hero suicide and mental health. I'm going to be sitting right in this chair, punishing my floor for 22 hours as we talk about how the things that we can do to make lives better for someone else. Where it might be a good thing for me being in a kumbaya circle, it may not work for you. Holly's treatments may be perfect for somebody, but they're not going to be perfect for everybody. Psilocybin might be great for one person, but it's not going to register with someone else. Our goal is to make sure that we throw everything out there, because as I said earlier, if we never shut up, somebody's going to accidentally hear what we're saying, and it's going to change their life forever. So that's the whole goal of this. We're going to take and we're going to talk for 22 hours, and we are going to give our heroes and our veterans the respect that they so richly deserve. They've done things that we don't do for us. It's time that we give back to them. One of the things that we're going to do after a breakout room is we are going to take in, and every single person is going to have just a minute or two to where they can go on ahead and give a moment of thanks or something to heroes, to veterans, to whatever. Just say something to them, because this segment is also going to play on the 22-hour program, because we really want to grow this and we want people to come and join us every week. So, Kurt, are you with us, or are we just going to look at a blue screen? Which the blue screen looks better, let's be honest here, but uh he's here in spirit, maybe. Yeah, something like that. So, all right. So now we're going to try to do this. And you know what, Z, the one thing we talked about, I have no idea how to even do breakout rooms.
I'm
So
tapping into the spirit right now.
yeah. So who can start a collaboration? No, that's probably not it. How do you do breakout rooms, man?
There might be an option in the bottom right corner that says breakout rooms, and there's 4 boxes. Sometimes it might be enabled, maybe not.
You know what? This is a big enough room. We can just do a really quick breakout room. What are one thing? Hey, Hale, what are some of the things that really affect you? And I know that I know a little bit about your background, and we're not going to get into that. But there are some certain things right now. What are some of the things that are affecting the way that you go about your day-to-day event that you wish you could make a change?
That's
Where
like
you wish you could make a change, I guess. What would you like to focus on to maybe help someone out?
I could answer that in so many different ways, but the the main thing I know that these electromagnetic phone and Zoom, they're all great because we get to connect from all around the world. But at the same time, it's really, believe me, I have a lot of protection, but it's still really draining to us as human beings. So I just love to be in nature and just speak in nature and be there and make change as a community off of being so much programmed. The programming, there's a lot of programming, and that's where basically that's why I created this book, You're the Universe, the Master Creator, as we are the soul to cell to soul beings. And that's where it starts. The root of everything is just the emotion, the thought pattern, the programming that's in us. Um, with that being said, so it's a little bit challenging to look at a thing rather than mostly it's on a different frequency level. It's all the thoughts that's been programmed way back without us knowing, the subconscious mind. So that's where the challenge is because people are looking at it as a thing right now. There's something outside of us can heal us, can fix us, can bring that financial freedom. But everything is within us because we're all gods and goddesses. And for people to understand that is challenging to know that you are the god and goddesses that is within you. And that programming has to just be changed.
Ollie, I would love to hear your opinion on what she just said because this is right down your training area.
Yeah, I resonate a lot with that. But I would add to that. And I would say your programming doesn't necessarily need to be changed. It needs to be taken out because we've been programmed all of
Yep.
these things, but it's not really who we are. And
Yep.
so it doesn't belong to you to
Yep.
begin with. So there's really nothing to quote change. It's just a different thought process, right? Saying
Right.
the same exact thing, but just using different words. And so
It's like
yeah,
a production. We're in this universe. Nothing is in existence, but we're part of this universe. I'm also a certified cell resonance quantum healing, which talks about, I think me and you, Holly, are on the same level, saying the same
oh
thing.
yeah.
Yes. Because that's one of the method when I was at, even I lived a holistic lifestyle. I was athletic and all of that. But the one thing that got me bedridden was that's a long story, but it got me out of bed. It was all because of reprogramming, taking them out, as you say. It's working with that, the chip. Have you guys seen Matrix? It's our reality, actually. Yes. Yes.
For sure.
So I agree with that. So that's where we are. Thank you.
Would anyone else like to add to that? I mean, I think this is a wonderful place. I think it's really right down where we're at and what we're trying to do here with this group. No, Terry, if there was something that you could do right now to help someone out, what would that be? Or maybe we can just go with this. Who could you help right now and who could help you?
This reprogramming conversation, because it's very similar to a conversation I had with a client a little bit ago about him reprogramming himself through for reprogramming his eating habits, and eliminating the processed food, the foods that are created in factories and laboratories instead of in nature. So I love that. So and that's what I do, is I help people reprogram what they're doing in their day-to-day life. What are they putting in their body? What are they doing to move their body? How are they hydrating their body? So I kind of like that conversation. So what was the question again, Zach?
The question is what can you do right now to help someone? And what could someone do to help you?
Okay, well, what I can do to help someone is to help them become aware of the habits that are harming them and what habits they can change to help them. And I don't know, as far as what you can do to help me at this point. Just let me listen to everybody. This is my first meeting, so I don't know what to expect from everybody here. But
our goal is just try to get to know each other and make sure that we're spreading as much positivity as we can. Sabrina, I'm going to ask you to go next, but first I want to bring up Alan and ask Alan to go on ahead and do us a favor, Alan, and give us an introduction to yourself.
Yes, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Happy, what did they say, Thursday to you all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so honored to be here. Zach, you're always in my prayers, brother. That's why I got that behind me. My name is Alan Holmes from Southern California. Hello, Terry. Halea, Holly, I know you. Where's my Mr. Z? I saw him somewhere. Alan Holmes, Master Connector. I specialize in connecting business owners, whether they're home-based, storefront, entrepreneurs, dream makers, filmmakers, artists, musicians, health practitioners, and the everyday consumers. So in short, I call myself a human search engine. I love to collaborate, connect the network, and slow the world down long enough to just say, check in on folks. I take care of my wife who has mental illness, or I call mental wellness, eradicating poverty, ending mental health stigma, and educating on financial literacy, what I love doing. And of course, above all, making sure our veterans are not forgotten. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of your amazing panel.
Well, thank you for being here, Alan, as always. While we got you on here, Alan, what can you do to help people, and what can we do to help you?
Well, wow, you have no idea what it's been amazing. YourDestinyBeginsHere.com, the legendary and incomparable Mr. Z put that up together. He's been working with me on that. I actually have spots on there. It's kind of place your ads, is what I call it, sponsored ads. There's 3 different funds, but there's a special on there that is about resources that I'm specifically picking. And because I just put this together, Mrs. Z, in the past couple of weeks, I want to offer something that you're the first to hear. I would love for you, each one of you, it's only 9 of you, give me a 1-pager, and I am going to put each one of you a 1-pager on there at no cost. And this will be the life of this website. And I only do that because I need help get the word out there, because I've had the honor and privilege of Halea, I love your plane, but oh my goodness, I had the honor and privilege of meeting a gentleman who has his own private jet company. And let's just say he allowed me, I talked my way into becoming an affiliate. Mr. Z knows about it. I put it, some great things. So I want to share that gift and love. and also let me know about veterans, because on the 22nd of February, I will be there to support you, Mr. Zach. And there's a lot of things happening. I'm going to close by saying this. This has been an incredible week. And thanks for letting me go on a little bit over, because I met a gentleman yesterday who's a film producer. Yes, a television producer, and he's worked 35 years in the television industry. And he said he's filming a movie in Joshua Tree somewhere near me, and he asked me to be a part in it. I threw me off. I said, "Huh?" He said, "Yes." I'm gonna. I said, "What?" I didn't. I said yes, but I think I don't know. I'm gonna get back with them. But somewhere along the line, I'm gonna be yammering about all you lovely people here. I'll figure it out some way. Be careful what you ask for. The life has a way of bringing us together. So, family networking group. Thank you, Zach, for putting this together and changing our lives. Mike, back to you, sir. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you again. Sabrina, what can you do to change someone's life today, and what can we do to change yours?
You know what, guys? I'm so glad to be here. My iPad just had this big flash that said it's getting ready to shut down on me. Oh, and it's great to see you again, Mr. Allen. I'll go really, really quick because my iPad may cut us off. If so, know that I'm celebrating the Saturday event. I have a couple of veterans that I'd like to have participate or listen to the Saturday event that Brother Zach is doing. So Zach, let me know where, if you please, and then I'm going to forward it to to things that I'm going to forward it to other vets that I know are having a challenge with suicide.
I will most definitely share it.
Okay, excellent, excellent. I'll send it to my sister and then she'll send it out. So helping other people. I had many women, many of you know that I travel the world out of my own personal pain. I'm an executive problem solver as an enterprise architect and engineer. However, I would always solve their problems and I wouldn't take enough care of myself. So much so that my doctors were begging me to quit my job. I had a great doctor, because most doctors would not do that. And so I haven't had an opportunity to pivot. And now what we do is help others identify the need to reboot, re-energize, and relax. I have many women and many singles saying, Sabrina, we know you travel with God and your angels. We want to go with you. And I was like, oh, that sounds like work. We want to go with you. That sounds like more work. So this year, I've decided to do a special offer for those women who want to travel the world, or their husbands don't want to go and they want to see things, or their friends always opt out at the last minute, where they can go with me on an adventure this year and I can teach them my hacks. I know this works because I had the opportunity to sow into my little sister. She's really my cousin, but my little sister's life when she hit the big O. Was able to take her to Greece for almost a month, pay for it. We had so much fun. And then I watched her go back to Europe on her own twice. And I was like, yes, success. So that's what we're doing right now to help others, is to reboot and relax, because many of us do not take the breaks we need. Right, Mr. Allen? Mr. Allen and I talked for a long time on the phone once. I think it was 2 hours. And he brought up some really, really good points as well on why it's important for us to definitely reboot, because if we don't take care of ourselves, how are we going to help anybody else? So,
yep. That is very true. So, well, when you do cut off, Sabrina, it is great to see you as always. I am so glad that you're here, and I hope that you come again next month. So, I appreciate everyone being here. Holly, did I ask you the question? I don't believe I did. No. What can you do for someone right now, and what can someone do for you?
Well, I guess what I can do for someone right now is to give them a quick tip on how to listen to their body to decide whether or not a thought or a social media post or traffic or whatever it may be triggers you. So if there's something that triggers you, I want you to think about a situation the last time that you were triggered. I want you to think about what it was, and then I want you to listen to what your body tells you. So if you're scrolling Facebook and you see a post and you instantly want to keyboard warrior that stuff because they've said something that's upset you. The question is, do you feel it in your body? Do you feel it somewhere within your body? Your chest, your throat, your shoulders, maybe your teeth, wherever. Sometimes the bottoms of your feet, your back tightens. When that happens, that is your clue that that is a program or a conditioned belief or response that does not belong to you, and it's available to be reset. So become curious and question why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. And if you feel it in your body, it doesn't belong to you. I help people reset those. I give them the very simple tool. So that is my tip for you today on exactly how to listen to your body. It's the same way with food and everything else, right? And then how people can help me. Just keep doing and listen to yourself. That's how you're going to help me, because I want this world to heal. And it starts with one individual at a time. And so if you can heal yourself, that's helping the world, which in turn is helping me.
That is beautiful. Were you affected, Halay? Were you affected by the fires?
Yes, extremely. I live like 10 minutes away from it, and I grew up here, but I am always in divine order, whatever it is, it's worth meant to experience it. So yes, my uncle was like my everything. He thought he's going back home because he didn't get a notice, so he stepped out and he came literally nothing, not even a piece of paper, everything down to ashes, not even that. All my sentimental childhood memories, my friends, I grew up here. I came from Iran, Tehran, from another revolution that tore down our place, left us literally empty because my dad worked with the Shah back then. And so that was then revolution. We came to America when I was in third grade, and I've seen a lot. I've been affected by a lot of close cousins, family, friends losing stuff. But the main thing is we got our soul and that lives forever and we go on. But yes, it does affect you when you're in the environment, but how you deal with it is again what Holly and myself speak about. It's just removing all that because nothing is it's hard to grasp that, but nothing is real. It's just an illusion, and you just have to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
The
Well,
master creators. But yes, it does affect when you're living on this planet, and that is what you see when you go outside and see ashes. Yes. So you
yeah.
do get affected, and then you choose to move away and help out. And yes, so I've been supporting a lot of family members, a lot of cousins, and we've all been trying to help. Pots, pans, whatever we can.
Well, I'd love to talk to you, see if there's anything that we can do to try to help you out. So,
Okay.
Santa, how do we help you? What can you do to help someone else right now? Other than just being the wonderful person you are, you jolly fat man.
Well, thank you very kindly. I love you too. I'm going to change my background because we're going to talk a little bit about this. This is another website that is starting to get really excited about. It's called the Warriors Beacon of Hope. And, I am compiling a nationwide list of services that help our veterans. Do you believe there's no nationwide list right now that is out there? But not only am I doing services, I'm doing meetings. Because, I went actually searching the other day to see if I could find any meetings. I couldn't find any registered meetings. So that means you got to be a member of the club or a member of the organization, know someone that's in that group or organization to know whether they have meetings or not to support our veterans. And then the exciting part is page 3. Yes, there's a page 3. Scholarships. This time of year, people are starting to look for scholarships for their children going away to school in the fall. And I've had a few people say, man, your timing is absolutely perfect. But one lady who gave me the list said she spent hours and hours and hours looking for different scholarships and she couldn't find anything. Her kid went to school, and in the middle of October, she was having this conversation with someone else and said, I couldn't find anything. He says, oh, you're looking for the list. So he forwarded the list to her, and she forwarded it on to me. And I went, this has got to go on the website. This has got to be public information. This has got to be happy information that people look for. So there's a list of, I'm going to start working on it a little bit more, but I think there's about 90 different scholarships offered right there now for children of veterans, grandchildren of veterans. So just gives me another round of ammunition to help people find the site, what they're looking for, how I can support and how I can help veterans, because we all know that there's a lot of veterans out there hurting. And that's why that's one of the reasons why you're doing this on the 22nd. And I'm excited to be part of it. And, we can, if we all do a little bit, we're going to affect someone's life to the positive. And there has to be more of that. It can't be just, a handful of people that, say they're going to do this and that and support veterans. There's got to be more. And if we all throw our 2 cents worth in, maybe we'll be able to turn that curve. But it's going to be a long way to go yet. And we'll see what this can do.
Yep, I agree. And John, what can we do to help you?
Share my website with anybody that you know that has meetings or a veteran that has businesses or services that help veterans. Psychologists, doctors, not just businesses run by veterans, but how about the services that support our veterans? And depending on where you are, what location you are, different services mean different things to different veterans. So my first goal is I'm giving away, the membership is $10 a month. I'm going to break everybody's bank. I'm giving the first 100 free to generate some traffic to the site. And then we'll get going after that. But my goal is to have 100 by the end of the month, and then 1,000 people, businesses signed up by the end of June. So, anybody that runs businesses or runs services that help veterans, or clubs or organizations that have meetings, those who are the people that I want to be introduced to.
Alan,
Please and thank you.
You had a question.
I actually had a comment. Doctor Santa Papa, check your direct message, sir, and I'm going to put it in there for everybody as well. I was hearing you as you speak. Your wish is my command, sir. If you don't know Angela Nelson, that's who you can go to. It's every Monday. I'll be there.
I do that one.
Okay.
I do Angela's meeting every Monday. That's a great meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
And then I think there's two of us here that do not know about Hale, about your networking. Can you explain your networking real quick and tell Terry and Holly? I don't know if you know about her networking, but it is very unique, very different, and I'd love for her to be able to invite you to come to this.
Thank you so much, Zach. It's on Tuesdays. It's 30 minutes, breakout room to breakout room, and that's all it is for 30 minutes. Tuesdays at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 12 to 12:30. So it's only 30 minutes. That's it.
And there is not a lot of time for the chatter that you get a lot of networking things, that
Yeah, it's just
like you don't have a host filling your ears with a bunch of useless nonsense. No, you get in there and each person has about 1 minute to tell their thing, but you tell it 3 times in a 30-minute period. It's if
like
if you want the information, I can share that information with you.
Thank you. It's like speed dating, right? You just meet and connect later. And I handpick those like every week. I make sure like we bring new people and definitely with the old people. So we have a community of quality people and we keep a close eye. And if we have people telling us, because we got great connections, telling us certain things about some people that we don't know, and we have great connection, but it's not in alignment, if like someone is constantly doing a hard sale or something and it's not in alignment with someone else, and then we ask nicely for them to be removed for the ethics. So if I, like, for example, it was very hard. We had to tell one person only out of all the time not to come because I heard it from 4 different people saying the same thing. So we didn't, so we make sure it's a safe place for everyone. And we get a good crowd.
I took it well, though. Oh, no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. So, Mr. Z, what can we do for you? What can you do for someone else?
Well, thank you, brother man. And if you're not coming back, then I'm not coming back. But I want to say thank you, Sergeant Major Allen, for the kind words, and from all of us here, if it's okay to say this, thank you for your service and your sacrifice while serving our great country. Really love the background that you have. Very patriotic, and thank you for what you're doing for this country and help us feel richer while master connecting, just like Mr. Zach here or brother Zach here. What I'm sorry, what was the first part of the question? What I can do for others?
Yeah, what can you do for others and what can others do to help you?
Uh, just keep showing up. Just spread the word out there about what's really going on in this world that's broken. Uh, in some cases, there is a thing called human trafficking where young boys and girls are exposed to a lot of inhumane things, and there are certain lists that are not being exposed out there at the moment, but it's a real thing. Our veterans are getting the short end of the stick when it comes to health care, getting jobs, and all the things they deserve to have when they come back home, either broken or as heroes as they should be seen as. And I commend everyone here for showing your support for our veterans. Even though I'm just a civilian who can't do much for our great country, but thanks to all of you here, Hale, Santa, Terry, Holly, Sergeant Major Allen, Kurt, and of course, you, Brother Zach, for reminding us that we need to come together as a community because if we don't, then we can't do it alone. But thank you. And there's a lot of issues that are going on. Our planet is slowly dying as we speak due to pollution, deforestation. I was told by an oceanographer that 90% or almost more than 50% of our world's oxygens are coming from our oceans, and it's being filled with soda cans and unrecyclable items. They're able to find plastic bags in the Mariana Trench, and we need to clean up our oceans because we only have one planet, the last I checked. And there's a lack of research. I'm sure there's a lot of research, but there are no cures yet to certain things like Alzheimer, not things, but there are certain cures that need to happen, like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, HIV, AIDS. I mean, I'm not going to get into the conspiracy side of things, but we need to find cures for all of this because certain organizations are profiting from other people's suffering So we need to bring awareness to that. And how you can help me, just help all of us by joining the community, pay it forward,
No,
because
I
we can go
agree with
forward.
that. So, okay, everybody. Actually, Holly, you tell us if there's somebody out there that you would like to support. What we're going to do now, just let me share with you, and maybe we can hold off and we can do this next week with you, or next month with you.
Yeah, because I
But
only have five. I gotta go top of the hour for a meeting.
yeah. Well, we're going to do this real quick, okay? But this is our sharing wheel. And what happens is if you've donated $5, as you can see, there's three of us who put our $5 in here. And we've got the Lori Landine Foundation, Healing Hands. And then I've got $5 going in for the Mission for Healthy Heroes.
There's,
And
I'm sorry, there's one problem with that because that's what they say when you know too much. I, it's sad, but how do we know our money gets to them? For example, Blue Cross, did you know that they don't get it? There's a lot of stuff that we think they're getting it, and if you know from the inside, it's not getting to them because all these big people are taking control, and the people that are in need will not get it. In fact, at one of the companies I'm with, I don't know if you guys know about LifeWave, David Schmidt, he has built an Android. He can because he's almost a billionaire. He created an Android that he personally delivers to them because it's so sad and heartbreaking that they are not giving it to the people that are in need. That's the sad part. That's how I found out, and that's so hard for me to donate. I mean, I'm more than willing to help people. Like literally, I help people like in front of me if I see them. But I just want to make sure the right people get it because I've heard from the inside that they don't, and it's so sad.
yeah, the good news with this though is we all know, at least a good majority of us know Lori Landine for the Lori Landine Foundation.
Okay,
We know exactly what she does. We know her as a person. We know what she
good.
uses the money
Okay.
for. Holly has a relationship with Healing Hands, and
Yeah,
I
healing
am the
hands,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, and I am the one who's running the Mission for Healthy Heroes. What we try to do is we try to take the smaller nonprofits or even the families. If you know a kid that's trying to raise money for a school or church program, you can nominate them up here. Because now
Okay.
what we're going to do is we're going to spend this, and then $15 is going to go somewhere. It doesn't, you know what, it's not going to make or break them, but it's going to help somebody today. And
Of course.
yeah, by the end of
As
the day,
yeah.
I will have sent $15 to somebody, and we're going to know that it happened. So,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's
As long as we know that's the whole thing. It's like the person that is in divine right needs to get it. Yes. I'm all for that. And I'm big fan of healing hands. So yes. And I'm
so.
okay.
Yep. But I
So
got to
we
do
got
this right
yeah.
because Z and I found out for one of the coolest things. Okay, while I spin this wheel, you've got to listen because there's something very funny that happens with this wheel. Okay, but
Okay.
here we go. Oh,
Way to go, yourself.
we love that little guy in there that goes.
That was cute. That was cute.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you so much. So Zach, go ahead and message me because I do have to hop off because of that the meeting.
yeah, that's fine. We're gonna go on ahead and I appreciate this. Thank you guys very much. I almost hate winning because it makes it look like I set it up. I did not set it up, honestly. But I will tell you this: it's going to go a long way in doing what we're doing. So, but thank you all very, very much. I will be playing this on the Pack channel as part of one of my podcasts, as I always do, and I will also send you a copy of this show so you can continue to watch this. You can go back and watch it, and please make sure you download the file so you can make sure that you contact everybody. It looks to me like there's a lot of you guys that have a lot of synergy, and I hope that you guys are all able to talk. But I want to thank you all for being part of this. And Terry, it's great to see you again. I haven't seen you in a little while, but it's wonderful to see you again. So, but I do thank you all so very much for doing this.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you for putting it together.
Please come again next month.
And
Awesome. Will do.
real
Talk
quick,
to you soon, brother.
real quick question for you, Zach.
Yeah, so please join us next month on the 13th of March if you want to get involved, in which, again, you're more than welcome to come. Just scan this QR code up top. That'll ask you for all the information that you can share. Tell people about your business, who you are, what you do, and why you do it. Once again, here is the rundown of what's going on Saturday. Even though it looks like we're all filled up, there are still spots available. So we need you to sign up today. We're going to start with an introduction. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful hour with some friends from across the pond talking about how I listened to it just a little bit because I had to get ready for this show. But it sounded like as the gentleman that was sitting there, he was in the Royal Navy or the Royal Air Force, and he had some issues with the way that it was done there. So I really like the way hearing that other countries have issues that they're trying to work through too. That I think that makes it seem I don't want to say better, but I think that that gives our heroes hope that, you know what, we're not the only ones suffering. After that, we got the power of appreciation. We're going to show the family networking segment again. Then we're going to have some financial talk and veterans honoring veterans segment, honoring my Uncle Barry, who I just lost 2 weeks ago. After that, we're going to have Things Network take over for a little while and talk about problems that two of their members have had with the VA. Animal therapy discussion comes after that with JR from the Veterans Ranch. Then we also have some guest segments that are going to we have jam-packed hour and a half segment that is absolutely full. And then my beautiful wife and her best friend, Adrian and Jan, take over and talk about being the wife of a veteran. And I just want to take a real quick moment and let you know, Jan, you're in our hearts. Adrian told me what happened. I'm not going to share it, but there are definitely families out there, folks, that they need your thoughts, they need your prayers, and Jan and her family needs your thoughts and your prayers. So please help us by sharing them if you will. After that, we've got we're going to be talking about vets and heroes with disabilities and natural health alternatives. Then we have our buddy Les and J.W. Wilson come in, talk about brain and a new and a better way to learn and remember. Somebody who stepped up huge today, Thomas Long with Veterans Biz Connect, is going to be joining us. I did check my email. I do not have his logo yet. I will have it by Saturday. Head Injury Awareness Month is coming up in March, so we will have Jeff joining us. And we will be talking as two people who have had head injuries, hyperbaric treatments, natural lifestyles, herbal and nature, psilocybin and ketamine, transcranial treatments, and then we'll be recapping and saying our final farewells over the last 2 hours. It is a very, very busy day, but there are still slots available. So I ask you to please scan my little buddy right here. Scan him. He's just waiting for you to do it. Just grab your phone, scan him, pick a time, come and talk. I'm jumping on the airwaves at 2 a.m. here in the Mountain Time. I'm going to be here until midnight because this is a discussion that needs to be had. Needs to be had more than once a year. But right now, I'm focusing on the once a year. We do talk about suicide every Monday on Footprints Forward and mental health issues. So we definitely ask you to join us every Monday for that. Scan the QR code because, again, there's been a time in your life where something has been eating you alive. And you just didn't see how to get out of that. Again, it may be happening right now. Maybe when you tune in, you're going to hear something that makes it click, that makes you go, that's it. That's what I've been looking for. Or maybe the story that you've got is what's going to do that for someone else. Please come join us. Scan the QR code. Come join us. Sponsor us if you can. Support us in any way you can. Please like, share, save, tweet, Twitter, X, whatever you want to do. Help spread the word. Dedicate 22 minutes of Saturday to tuning in to either Community Pay It For, or I'm sorry, let me do this again. Either the Podcasting for All Coming Together on Facebook, on YouTube, or Things Network on YouTube. It's going to be playing all 22 hours on those three YouTube channels. Okay, so you're going to be able to find it at any time of the day on those three YouTube channels. The Facebook channels, because of Facebook's rules, I almost said bad things. Because of their rules, we have to stagger where we're going to be. It's going to be in between three channels, which is going to be Things Network, Community Pay It Forward, and Podcasting for All Coming Together on Facebook. You will be able to find out where it's at, when it's at, starting tomorrow on the webpage at communitypayitforward.us. So you will be able to find out exactly where it's going to be starting tomorrow on communitypayitforward.us. Please dedicate 22 minutes to watching this show. Please share it with someone else. Please remember that if you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. No one needs to go it alone when we all come together. It's really that simple, folks. We need you to help us so we can help everyone. When we work together, there's nothing that's impossible. So let's do this. We need to be done waiting for someone else to come up with the magic sauce. We have it within us to create that magic sauce. Let's do this. Hey, I'd also like to ask you, if you're on LinkedIn, please go to Community Pay It Forward on LinkedIn. Give that page a like. Also go to Podcasting for All Coming Together. Give that page a like. I'd like to start sharing this show on those channels exclusively instead of using my personal one. But I'd also just like to share all the information with you. Do you have a message that you would like to get across to people? Contact us at communitypayitforward.us. Go to the contact us button and I will return your phone call as soon as I can. And maybe we can talk about getting you and your show right here on the PAC channel, where our goal is very simple. We want to support people doing wonderful things and make this a better place. My name is Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channels. I want to thank you so very much. Please, once again, like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff because we really need to grow. I don't need to grow, I need to shrink. But the channel needs to grow. The program needs to grow. You get it. Folks, it's really cold out there right now. In a lot of places, it's really cold. If you've got an old hoodie, please put it in your car. Give it to somebody who's out there struggling with the elements. If you made extra food, please put it in the old hillbilly Tupperware, zap it in the microwave, and take it to somebody who's struggling with hunger. Small acts that mean nothing to you could mean the life of someone who needs it. Let's work together. Let's be good to each other. Look, we're all we got. Thank you very much. I will see you on Saturday for. Sorry, I was reading something. I'll see you on Saturday for Mission for Our Healthy Heroes. With the Mission for Healthy Heroes, our goal is to talk alternatives, talk personal preference, talk about success. What works for you isn't always going to work for others. We ask you to join us if any of these sound familiar. Do you run activity programs? Activities like art therapy, music therapy, animal assisted therapy, outdoor adventure programs, sports and fitness programs, gardening and horticulture programs. These programs have been proven to reduce stress and anxiety, boost mood and increase serotonin levels, improve social skills, and reduce feelings of isolation while enhancing self-esteem and creativity. They also provide a healthy outlet for emotional expression. What about a structured or heavily regimented program? These programs are designed to provide clear framework and routines that help individuals develop skills and stability in their mental health journey. Cognitive behavioral therapy, residential treatment programs, support groups with scheduled meetings, vocational training, and rehabilitation programs, or day treatment programs with partial hospitalization programs encourage accountability and regular participation, help individuals establish daily routines for stability. They provide peer support and they reduce isolation. They also build life skills for long-term recovery while focusing on measurable progress. This next one comes with its fair share of controversy. Safe, controlled psychedelic treatments. These treatments use psychedelic substances in a controlled environment under medical supervision to address mental health challenges. Psilocybin therapy, MDMA, ketamine therapy, LSD microdosing programs, and therapeutic or ceremonial settings. The benefits are vast, including allowing patients to process deep-seated trauma. It improves emotional insight and understanding. It reduces symptoms of anxiety, depression, and PTSD. and it also promotes feelings of connection and empathy, while catalyzing long-lasting behavior and emotional change. Our final example for this video is mindfulness retreat programs. Mindfulness retreat focus on deep relaxation, meditation, and self-awareness, often in serene and natural settings. Silent meditation retreats, mindful movement retreats, nature-based mindfulness retreats, healing wellness retreats, and mindfulness for trauma programs. They enhance self-awareness and emotional regulation. They reduce stress and improve focus. They boost resilience against depression and anxiety, promote physical relaxation and mental clarity, and encourage spiritual growth and inner peace. Is there something missing from this list? Tell us about your program and all the good that you're doing, working to support our heroes and their battles with mental health difficulties. If you scan the QR code below, it allows us to discuss how working together will help so many. Please join us on February 22nd for Mission for Healthy Heroes. Healthier tomorrows for our heroes today.
Show me the way. You wanna hold the heart of Sunset Boulevard. Bring me here, 'cause it's not quite clear to be a part of Sunset Boulevard.